depth of what you are about to hear. If you've longed for friends who can listen and laugh, and to whom you could say anything and it would be just fine, then be welcome here, strong friend. We need each other. Here is a room filled with light where we can find each other. Karen Stiller, author of The Minister's Wife, a memoir of faith, doubt, friendship, loneliness, forgiveness, and more. And Holiness Here, searching for God in the ordinary events of everyday life. KarenStiller.com. Introduction. They say getting a tattoo is addictive. Once you've felt the sting of that needle and experienced the pure ecstasy of seeing your body transform into a literal piece of art before your eyes, there's no going back. Literally, of course, because what's done is most assuredly, positively, DONE, done. But there's also a realization that there is no going back to the person you were before this monumental change. You've officially joined the club, the unofficial Tatted Up Club. We're sure there's a t-shirt for that somewhere. You have stepped into a new phase of life, one where you are simultaneously unafraid of change and dedicated to permanence, as you have just experienced one of the most permanent changes of your life. It's a beautiful juxtaposition of sorts. This is what being a pastor's wife is like. A permanent change in your life that marks you. It leaves a lasting impression, whether completely awkward, like a tattoo chosen in an impulsive stupor, or gloriously meaningful, like a tattoo that's been wrestled with and prayed over for years before taking the plunge. Once you've witnessed church and ministry life behind the scenes, there's no unseeing it. Let's get real. Church people are messy. Pastors' wives are messy. Every person who has ever served the church in any capacity is messy. We are all imperfect, hard to get along with at times, stubborn and selfish. It's the sad reality of being flawed human beings. Don't believe us? If you are void of all imperfection, you might want to stop here and pack it up, sister, because this book ain't for you. Excuse our grammar. The three of us, Jenna, Jessica, and Stephanie, are women who have been marked in the deepest of ways by the title pastor's wife. We know what it's like to walk alongside church people as they step into a new marriage, choose a college to attend, grieve the loss of a loved one, or experience a painful divorce. We journey with them as they make life-altering decisions, like choosing to follow Jesus or changing their hairstyle. Don't act like you've never seen a hairstyle change a life before, and everything in between. We've been chewed out by our critics about as hard as we've been bear-hugged by those who truly see and appreciate us. We've been used, abused, loved, honored, held, and discarded more times than we can count. And along the way, we've learned a thing or two. This book is for the pastor's wife, the female pastor, the lady leading a ministry, and the female church member who has been helped or hindered by her church leaders and truly wants to understand why church leadership makes the decisions it does. The ministry leader who has been gutted by the people she desperately wishes to serve and be loved by. The pastor's wife who feels like a single mom because her husband spends every waking moment counseling, responding to emergency phone calls, studying for sermons, and taking on one more thing because the concept of boundaries is just out of reach. The church leader who collapses after a week of late nights and proceeds to shovel popcorn by the fistful into her mouth while catching up on Friends and Vampire Diaries reruns. The woman who, below her polished, smiling surface, resents her husband for choosing ministry over her and their family. The leader who is surrounded by people almost daily, yet feels utterly alone. The pastor's wife who has grieved the loss of friendships and struggles to find the kind of friendship